Okay, I'm Tobias Moss, like in Kate. I'm 65. I'm from London, not Ontario, England. And I got to India and then something happened. Bingo. I was born in the Second World War in Ruskin College. It's part of the university in Oxford, and that's the nearest I ever got to an education. I was raised in London, and then in the 60s, my parents thought I'd be, cause they were a nice Jewish family, and they thought I should go into real estate. So, I thought before I start going into a big career, and I was going to be successful. I was going to be really successful in real estate. I was smart and I was Jewish, so that was it. There was no question about it. But I thought before I do that, I'll go to India overland. En route from Turkey onwards, every traveler you met on the road, they would say, "See you in Goa for Christmas." And for my first time in Goa was at Culver Beach, and then like 4 months later, I took my acid trip, and that was it. It was all over. My being straight, being in real estate, and being a nice Jewish boy, that part of my story was over. So I turned onto cocaine here in 1971, and unbeknown to me, like a year later, I was snorting coke with people, and on the mirror was cocaine, but I didn't know there was heroin, which was the same color. And I snorted like a big line of coke like that long, and also snorted a big line of heroin that long. And it's amazing how you can make an error and then bingo, you got a drug problem, Same thing happened in the 60s in San Francisco. It was cool. Everyone was smoking hash, marijuana, and taking LSD. And then cocaine crept into it. And then heroin crept into it. And then the whole scene just broke up and everyone dispersed. And then in 1978, 79, I stopped coming to Goa and India because drugs were too readily available and I needed to clean up my act. So, I've had drug problems, I've been crazy, I've been the fool on the hill, and then 10 years back I started Karma Cabs, which is a huge mega success with Indian cars decorated with silk satin mosaic. And I'm running for Parliament in England in May under the Karma. I'm forming a party called the Karma Party, and I'm Swami Karma Drama because I'm funny. I think I'm funny. And also I'm Saya Bot. That's Tobias the other way, and in India, Saya is like a holy name, Saya Bot. So I'm running for Parliament, and I was going to put I'm running on peace, harmony, happiness, love, and compassion. Nothing else. I don't want to talk about politics or things like that. And one of the issues I was going to put on my manifesto was legalizing marijuana and hashish, and I've decided not to do that because it will alienate a lot of people. So I'm taking that out of the whole manifesto. I mean, I really think that everybody should take LSD at one point in their life. It should be mandatory at school, under controlled environment. So all these jerk fucking idiot politicians who are running the world would have at least seen the truth once in their life. So if you ask me, do I advocate drugs? I don't know. I mean, I've seen too many casualties from drugs. There's this thing, when you take serious drugs, the time you start taking serious drugs to the time you stop taking them, your development is stifled. Your emotional, your mental, and your spiritual development is on hold. So when you stop taking the drugs, like with me, it was maybe a 15 or 20 year period, I had to catch up on all of those years. I had to try and learn about all these things. So meanwhile, my life had gone by. I hadn't made kids. I didn't have a wife. So I had a lot of catching up to do. So I actually started work when I was 55. Started paying tax when I was 56. Got married when I was 57. Got my first mortgage when I was 58. Paid off the mortgage when I was 59. Moved to my wife's house when I was 60, and she left me when I was 61. So I did everything in reverse. People usually start work when they're 17, start paying tax, get married, get a mortgage, and when they're 55, they retire. I did everything the other way. So, I mean, Whether I fucked up or what, I don't know, but at least I saw the world. You know, I don't have kids, but that's the life.